Good morning, live weather blog meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for Monday, July 12, 2010. The tropics remain quiet today. As we look at the satellite loop for the central and eastern United States, we see high pressure still in control along the Gulf Coast states. This has brought temperatures above normal for most of the weekend. This area of high pressure here will slowly shift northward during the week, which will maintain warm temperatures across most of the southeast for the rest of the week. We did get a little break in the heat as this frontal system has sagged slowly south and has brought little disturbances along it, and one of those did make it into Florida yesterday in southeast Georgia, which brought a round of pretty heavy thunderstorms for the area. This will again be the case today as some of these little vorticity maxes swing along this front here, and it'll bring some relief from the heat here the next couple days. Again, this high will slowly shift northward during the week, so this will maintain warm temperatures along the Gulf Coast and southeast again for most of the week. Taking a look at the Caribbean here, again, everything is pretty quiet right now. We have one tropical wave here. Nothing going on. We have an area of strong wind shear, which is detrimental to tropical systems running right here, right through the western Caribbean, and then right through the rest of the central and eastern Caribbean and off to the western Atlantic. Then you look at these clouds right in here, this milky appearance, dry air, a lot of African dust in here, and this is all dry air located right in this area. Stable. Not going to get any development through this area anytime soon. Central Atlantic, same thing. This is all dry air right in this area. Big plume of African dust has come off the African coast the last 3 or 4 days. And this is all stable, dry air right in this area here. So we will not be seeing any development anytime soon out in this area. And then we'll look off the African coast. Again, we're a little too early for the Cape Verde season, but we do see one wave that has come off the coast here, and it's starting to dissipate as it's running into this drier, stable air here. So we won't be seeing any development out here anytime soon either. And again, showing you the wind shear chart. Again, these arrows represent which direction the wind shear is going, and the numbers, the yellow numbers are how much wind shear, and you can see a strong band of wind shear running right through the western Caribbean, through the rest of the Caribbean Sea, and then out into the western Atlantic here. So this is going to preclude any development all through this area here. And again, from SIMS, this is the Saharan air layer. This is the dust, and everything in the reddish yellow tone is the dust. So you could see a large area of dust right in here. And some of this dust is actually may get into South Florida for the weekend. So we may see some hazy conditions in South Florida this weekend. As that high pressure shifts a little north, it's going to open the doors for some of this Saharan air layer to actually get into South Florida possibly. So we may see some dusty, hazy air, pretty dry air for South Florida, which may preclude some thunderstorms this weekend, this upcoming weekend. It'll be interesting to see if that gets all the way into South Florida or not. But this is all dry, stable air. So if you're looking for development, you don't want to see this. This is good for being pretty quiet this time of year. So again, our focus is going to shift towards the western Caribbean for any type of development for the next 5 to 7 days. We see the Canadian model trying to develop a system in the western Caribbean by Sunday, and that's right in this area here. We're seeing most of the activity shift into the eastern Pacific this week, and that's where we might see a couple storms spin up this week. So everything has kind of shifted west, and that's where we're going to be seeing development this week. And again, the no gaps model, the other model showing development here in the western Caribbean, and this is for, again, by Sunday. And you see another storm spinning up in the eastern Pacific here. And that's about it. None of the rest of the models show development the next 5 to 7 days. So it looks like we're going to be in a fairly quiet pattern for the next week. If anything does develop, it'll be in the extreme western Caribbean. It looks like we will still have this high pressure protecting most of the United States from any storms trying to shift north. So nice and quiet, This is the time to get your preparations together for the peak of the hurricane season if you haven't already done so. I will have another update tomorrow. Thanks for listening and have a great Monday.